All right, so we are going to continue on with our Flotilla coverage here. I do want to pay special focus to Greta Thunberg because this is her second rodeo, as it is for many of them, Chris Smalls included. But you remember the Israeli government made specific threats against Greta Thunberg that she will not get easy treatment this time if she comes back. Well, she came back. So here she is before the capture.
If we get closer to Gaza, the more motivation and determination we have to achieve the goal of this mission, to deliver the humanitarian aid, break the illegal and inhumane siege on Gaza, and open up a people's humanitarian corridor. And we are continuously hearing messages from the people of Gaza saying that they are looking forward to welcoming us there. The people of Gaza should have the right to decide what comes in and out of their own territorial waters, who to welcome. So we are very much hoping that we will be able to continue our peaceful humanitarian mission, completely abiding by international law. We've heard many rumors and threats coming from Israel saying that they're going to stop our humanitarian peaceful mission, which it has to be said very clear, if they would decide to do so, that would be a violation of international humanitarian and maritime law. They are not allowed to prevent humanitarian aid from entering Gaza. And what we are doing is sailing peacefully on international waters, completely abiding by international law. We are not carrying weapons, we are carrying food, medical supplies, baby formula, sanitary products. And we cannot accept Israel saying that they will stop this mission. That would be yet another war crime, adding to the very long list of war crimes they have committed towards people in the Palestinian cause.
And sure enough, she was captured again. The Global Samud Flotilla is being intercepted by the Israeli occupation. So here is Greta as she is being kidnapped.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I'm currently on board the boat Alma as part of the Global Samud Flotilla, a peaceful humanitarian mission to deliver aid to the civilian population of Gaza and to break Israel's illegal and inhumane siege. And it is likely to believe that we will be intercepted tonight by Israel, which would be a blatant violation of humanitarian and maritime law. Israel is not immune to international law. They must be held accountable for their war crimes. Stop the genocide, stop the occupation, and free Palestine.
So that's her video. But Israel made their own Greta arrest video. Already, several vessels of the Hamas Samud Flotilla have been safely stopped and their passengers are being transferred to an Israeli port. Greta and her friends are safe and healthy. Notice not talking as tough now that she actually came back. Remember, they were warning her about how she's going to be treated like a terrorist and thrown in the real prison and the real dungeon when she comes back. And now they're saying, hey, don't worry. Greta and her friends are safe and healthy. Here's the video they put out. That's right. And here is Greta's video confirming that, yes, she has been apprehended.
My name is Greta Thunberg. I'm a citizen of Sweden. If you are watching this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces. Our humanitarian mission was non-violent and abiding by international law. Please tell my government to demand my and the others' immediate release.
That's right. Now, here is a photo of Greta and her friends released by the Global Samud Flotilla commentary account. The crew of the Global Samud Flotilla boat Alma, including Greta Thunberg and Samud leader Thiago Avila, who was in the first segment we played, arguing with the IDF, has been illegally detained by Israel after being arrested in international waters last night. So there is a photo of them in custody that has been released to the public. George Galloway says Greta Thunberg and her brave friends are not arrested but kidnapped by thugs armed and protected by our governments. Israel has no legal power to seize people and ships in international waters. In fact, none do so in Gaza's waters either. I know the law means FA nowadays, so this post will appear only to the nostalgic. Fuck all is what he means. Appeal. Sorry. Yes. Fuck all nowadays is what the law means. Yes, as we talked about in the prior segment. So here's Matt Kennard tweets out, Greta Thunberg from the Flotilla. I'm not scared of Israel. I'm scared of a world that has seemingly lost all sense of humanity.
I'm not scared of Israel. I'm scared of a world that has seemingly lost all sense of humanity. And what we are doing here is trying to show that there is still some humanity left, that there are still people willing to step up when all other means fail. But this is a last resort. This mission should not have to exist. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! The closer we get to Gaza, the higher is the risk of escalation and more attacks. The last weeks we have seen numerous escalated attacks against our mission that has damaged several boats, where drones have been dropping explosions, chemicals and unidentified objects on and around boats in a desperate attempt to intimidate us and to silence and scare those who are standing in solidarity with Palestine and to further dehumanize Palestinians.
So there's an example of one side of humanity. And then here's another. Look at this sick bastard. So this went viral. 2.3 million views. And look at the ratio this guy caught, by the way. 657 likes to 2.8 thousand comments. No sandwiches this time. See, this guy, he's a Newsmax Australia reporter.
Mhm.
This guy really was hoping that Israel would stick to their word and throw her in a torture dungeon. No sandwiches this time. Game time is over. I want Greta Thunberg terrified. I want her screaming and begging for it to stop. I want her rocking in a corner, covering her eyes, pissing and shitting in her pants. Israel is fighting a genocidal enemy and doesn't need to be distracted by attention-seeking activists with no skin in the game who think this will be cute content for Instagram. They want to enter a war zone? Fine. War is hell. Give them hell. Let them find out. Let their screams be a warning to other useful idiots for Hamas. It's time to grow up, Greta. Aisha says, do these sound like the words or thoughts of a sane person with good morals to you? This is what I mean. Like, they have absolutely zero self-awareness of how they come out to people who, like, let's say you don't know anything about the
sane
conflict.
people.
Right. Like, let's say you know nothing about the conflict. Let's just say you woke up from a 20-year sleep and you're just learning about all this all at once for the first time. And you see Greta Thunberg issue a statement in a video like we just showed. And then you see a lunatic like this calling for a 22-year-old girl to be essentially tortured in a dungeon. This Zionists seem to have a problem with violence. So yeah, Daniel Lukowitz, former Wentworth candidate, appeals intentional choking conviction. So yeah, just a violent maniac. Just a truly sick person. But I think, one of the reasons why I wanted to single out Greta Thunberg is because she was made a specific example of by the Israeli government. If you come back, it's not going to go well this time. Remember, they let her go the first time on condition that she wouldn't return. And they made a big thing about threatening her not to come back. So it was very brave of her to come back. And I think very telling that the Israeli government really didn't have the bite to back up their bark, right? They videoed her being arrested. Now they're showing her in detention there. So once again, that is a sign that they know their hands are tied. That's why none of these people have been killed, God forbid. It's why they have not been violently attacked. It's because they understand they can't do that. They can't do that, and that's why this stuff works. That's the point of doing it. So once again, in this house, we put respect on Greta Thunberg's name for reasons like that. I mean, it took a lot of guts to get right on another boat and go right back.
Absolutely. You don't know with these maniacs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it doesn't make any propaganda sense, but most of what they do doesn't make any propaganda sense. Putting out, look at the video that DuRousseau and Watson put out. Like, these people are sick. Like, they don't really seem to understand very often what is going to make them look bad. So you don't know. Look at the tweet that guy put out, and that is a very good example of the Achilles heel of fascism. And this is Israel is a fascist project by any meaningful definition of the word. The kind of people who are attracted to that, they're not bringing their best. You don't get the best and the brightest. You get really fucked up crackpots, many of whom go to these movements because no one else will have someone like them. Who else would take
Right.
a guy like this, right? If you want to advance, if you want to get power, if you want to get status, and you're a fucking waste of sperm like that guy, who else is going to give you a platform but Newsmax and
Right.
the kind of people who support an organization like that?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And those contradictions, those distinctions are making themselves more and more pronounced with each passing day and with each passing incident like this, where they just have the opportunity to show their ass. And it just doesn't occur to so many of these people how they come off saying a thing like that, right? Like how do you think this plays to the average person, right?
Right.
But no,
Who's gonna give $7,000 a post to a hateful little freak like DeRusso
Yeah.
other than the Israelis? Where else is he gonna get that kind of money?
Exactly.
Please clap.